Alright guys, Yowie Chaser. Alright, we've got possible Dogman sightings from around this area. Currajong, Hawkesbury, Carlo Heights probably. Doesn't actually say, it says 45 minutes from the Hawkesbury, so I'm thinking, out here somewhere. Could be all the way up here. Anyway, but before we do, have you guys ever heard of people talking about how Yowie see trail cams? Now, everyone that's ever been in my group goes, "Oh, yeah, we see trail cams because of the IR." Because it's a myth, guys. Okay, they don't see IR. Okay, I don't. Anyway, the point of this is that if you don't know, Doug Hijack, his YouTube channel's called Untold Radio. They're at this place now. It's in the middle of nowhere. They have to fly there 4 hours or something. They've just arrived at this fishing shack. It's all been, something's got inside and smashed it all. But they've taken people that are experts with cameras, IR, all that sort of stuff. All technical people, right? Now they're going to test, right? IR. Okay? They're going to prove once and for all if Bigfoot can see IR, right? Now, I can already tell you they don't see IR. That's not how they see trail cams. There's another way they see trail cams, okay? And I've been telling people for the last 2 years, but nobody listens. It's pretty funny. I've, I've been telling people how you can film a yowie. I've been telling people that yowies live on ridgelines, but nobody listens. Okay, I don't know why. I can't make it any clearer. It's not. Look, it's just simple technology. Okay, how to find these guys, how to film them. It's just, yeah, I know. Everyone will say, "Well, why aren't you doing it?" Well, that's another story. All right, so these guys are out there testing it. They only just got there today, like I said. Oh no, they've been there at night. Sorry. So they'll be testing these cameras out tonight to see once and for all that Bigfoot and Sasquatch do not see IR. Okay, now they're doing some other things um to test how they see it, but they still haven't worked it out. I thought they were onto it, but they haven't. There's just one thing they're missing. So anyway, I was nearly going to tell them, hey, I thought I should just tell them how to do it. Anyway, I just want to be the first person to film them, that's all. Otherwise, I would tell everybody how to do it. All right, let's go on with this next story. All right, so dear Yowie Sightings Australia and followers. When I used to live not too far from where I live now in the Hawkesbury, I used to have heaps of sticks in the hard ground around my house for the whole time I lived there, and very deep into the ground, always straight sticks like a spear. I knew there was a sighting of them yowies around where I live. One night, 2 a.m., I heard wild pigs screaming, and at the same time, something of a massive size running, chasing the pigs as it chased the pigs as it ran. Heard massive thumping on the ground as it ran on two legs. I could tell by hearing it, it was huge. Next thing I could hear no pigs, and next I heard the deepest growl that rattled through my body worse than any horror movie. I knew we had no animal that sounded like that. I'll never forget it. Since that happened, and I moved 50 minutes away, I had a friend who's seen Dogman twice, not far, not not that far away either, east from the Blue Mountains of my experience. I already followed sites of Yowie, so I started looking at American YouTube videos and got see Yowie's Dogman Wolfware's sightings and what they look like and sounded like. I wanted to find out what I heard that night at home. In Sydney, a guy has had werewolf sightings as well. I've seen his videos too. So what I now think I heard that night, I truly believe it was a dogman because I've heard a few dogman growls and that was definitely exactly the same. It was terrifying to hear it again and brought back it all to me. When I heard it that night, I was frozen in bed and I couldn't move. To feel how deep the growl and the vibration rattled me was the scariest thing ever to experience. What's the name of this place? I'd love to go back to near where it was and look around, but I'm too scared to do it alone. It's 45 from Windsor, New South Wales, and ever since I looked for Yowies and Dogman and Werewolf around Australia, I've also experienced a Black Panther, which is another story and not far from where I live now. Across the river from the end of my street, I lived in thick bush at my first sighting, and next to bush here, still on the Blue Mountains. They tend to love the bush and the river systems. Wild experiences from many different experiences in my life, and many spirits as well. Love your Facebook and YouTube. Take care. All right, cheers for sending that in. Interesting about the sticks in the ground, because I'm yet to see it on hard ground. So, if anyone can tell me about sticks in hard ground, I would love to hear the story. This is the first time I've ever heard it. All right, so in the group, I'll just show you this. So this guy here lives in Currajong, I believe. So he's seen a family of Yowies free. Someone else has seen a family of Yowies or knows of a family of Yowies in there. So he's found this, which is very interesting because you can see that these couple of weeks old, there's all these leaves are starting to die. So he wasn't far away. So obviously they built this. And then when we get there, when we walk through the bush, maybe a year later we see sticks all built up like that. But all this is probably all rotted away. That's why we don't see it. So that's interesting. All right. So like I said, this guy's had multiple encounters. This guy, not the one that just told the story. This is another guy in the group.